I couldn't decide which title to start with, so I'm giving you options. Choose the one that speaks to you.
Lead? Me? You must be joking. Who, me? A leader? Me in charge? Now that's funny. Leadership? I was just standing here. Wait, I signed up to lead? Me? Leading? That's adorable.
However you choose to begin, the real question is, what if leadership is less about being ready and more about showing up as you are? Maybe you worry that you don't know enough, or that making mistakes could mislead others, and the last thing you want is to be responsible for causing harm. Has fear kept you from moving forward? Would you like to develop a mindset that helps you move past fear whenever it arises? What's at the core of your resistance?
Overwhelm, fear of failure, a sense of responsibility, fear of criticism from yourself or others, guilt, shame, or apathy, pride, fear of being distracted by too much success, losing your time or space, difficulty setting boundaries.
Awareness is already a powerful step forward. Whether your fear stems from not knowing enough, the weight of responsibility, or something else, it is completely understandable, especially when dealing with deep, transformative topics. But what if this fear could become a guiding principle rather than an obstacle? What if it could refine your leadership rather than hold you back? Recognizing and understanding your resistance is just the first step. The next step is shifting your perspective, seeing leadership not as a burden, but as a divine calling. In Torah, leadership is not about power or perfection, it is about responsibility, guidance, and service. There are several mitzvot and Torah principles that connect deeply to leadership, especially the kind of navigation and inspiration we will be exploring. Here are a few key ideas. A nation of kings and priests. This phrase emphasizes that every Jew has a role in guiding and elevating the world. Leadership, in this sense, is not about dominance but about serving as a conduit for holiness and wisdom. Women play a unique role in this, especially in shaping the spiritual atmosphere of their families and communities. Learn in order to teach, teach in order to do. This highlights the responsibility to pass on wisdom, not just accumulate it. Teaching isn't about knowing it all, but about sharing what you've learned so far. Even if you don't feel ready, the act of teaching solidifies your own growth, like lighting one candle from another without losing any light. The mitzvah of loving kindness. Helping others find clarity and direction is a deep form of loving kindness. This includes guiding others emotionally and spiritually. Rather than think that you should be a leader, however, let's explore why leadership might be a natural step for you. Reframing leadership. Leadership doesn't mean being the loudest voice in the room, nor does it mean carrying others on your shoulders. True leadership is about offering your wisdom in a way that empowers others while staying true to yourself. Here are some reasons why leadership might be calling you. You have a unique perspective. Maybe you've navigated deep personal growth, from overcoming emotional blockages to exploring spiritual insights. Others who struggle with similar fears would benefit from your guidance. Leadership could simply mean sharing what you've learned, so others don't feel alone. You are already leading in subtle ways. Maybe you've created content, meditations, or teachings that inspire others. People naturally resonate with your wisdom and come to you for insight. The way you process ideas shows that you have an ability to take complex emotions and turn them into clarity, something that others need. Leadership can be defined on your terms. If the word leader feels heavy, consider alternatives such as guide, coach, or facilitator. You don't have to be constantly available or responsible for people's success. You just provide the path and let them walk it. It's an invitation, not an obligation. You don't have to be a leader. But if the idea keeps showing up, it might be worth exploring. Your resistance doesn't mean you're not meant to lead. It may simply be fear of stepping into a role larger than you ever envisioned for yourself. A thought experiment. If you were to imagine your ideal scenario, where you help others in a way that feels natural and light, which of these resonates with you? Guiding through content, rather than direct interactions. Facilitating conversations rather than leading them. Sharing your own journey rather than positioning yourself as an expert. Would that type of leadership feel different for you? When I asked myself this question, my response was, I still feel a resistance to the idea of leading others. Probably I am meant to be leading, which is why I feel resistance. I get a sinking feeling in my solar plexus when I think about it. Do you experience a physical sensation when you think about being a leader? It makes sense that resistance is coming up. Often, the very thing we are meant to do is where we feel the most inner conflict. Your awareness of this is already a huge step. Exploring the resistance to leading. If you get a sinking feeling in your solar plexus, it suggests that the resistance is tied to personal power and self-worth. The solar plexus area is linked to confidence, leadership, and stepping into one's purpose. If you feel tension in other areas of your body, see if you can listen to what it's telling you. Here are some questions to reflect on. What does leading mean to you? Does it feel like a burden or responsibility? Does it bring up fear of judgment or making mistakes? Are you associating leadership with something rigid or hierarchical? Reframing leadership. What if leadership is not about control but about creating space for others to grow? What if leadership means guiding others while still being a learner yourself? Can you see leadership as an act of service rather than a position of superiority? Releasing the weight of leadership. The fear of leading often comes from feeling like you must be above those you help. But what if you saw it as simply sharing your journey? Think of leaders who inspire you. Do they have all the answers, or do they simply embody authenticity and courage? A simple practice to work through this feeling. Acknowledge it. Place your hand on your solar plexus or area of tension and say, I feel this resistance, and I honor it. I allow myself to explore it with curiosity, not fear. Breathe into it, take deep, slow breaths, focusing on softening any tension in your stomach or area of tension. Reframe it, say, leadership is not about being perfect. It is about being present and sharing my journey. Visualize, imagine yourself gently guiding others, not from a place of pressure, but from a space of kindness and wisdom. Here are some approaches to transform this fear into motivation and confidence. Shift from knowing it all to guiding the journey. You don't have to be the ultimate authority, you are a guide, leading others through a process of discovery. Instead of thinking, I have answers, reframe it as, I make space. Authenticity is more valuable than perfection. Your openness to learning alongside others makes you a trustworthy guide. Embrace the growth mindset. Every teacher starts somewhere, and expertise is built through experience. See mistakes as opportunities to refine your material, not as failures. Your willingness to adjust and grow shows integrity rather than incompetence. Set up ethical safeguards. Be transparent. Let people know you are sharing insights based on your understanding and research, and encourage them to explore further. Offer disclaimers when needed. This is my perspective. I encourage you to consider it and see how it resonates with you. Provide an opportunity for interaction. Create a way for people to ask questions and share their experiences so you can clarify and adjust. Strengthen your foundation. If specific knowledge gaps make you nervous, schedule regular learning time. Surround yourself with mentors or sources of wisdom that you trust. Remember, the best teachers are lifelong learners. Anchor yourself spiritually. When the fear arises, remind yourself, it is Hashem who gives wisdom. Your role is to be a vessel, and he will guide you. Take a moment to align your intentions. May this work be for the sake of revealing truth and uplifting others. Trust that if your heart is in the right place, Hashem will direct your steps. Take small, imperfect steps. Instead of waiting for everything to be perfect, start with small, manageable actions. Explore your ideas on a small scale in a safe and supportive environment, in conversations, small groups, or short videos before launching a larger project. Each step forward will weaken the grip of fear and build confidence. Turning the obstacle into an asset is a powerful shift. Affirmation for when fear arises. I am a vessel for divine wisdom. I do not need to be perfect to bring light into the world. Each step I take is guided, and my sincerity ensures that my work uplifts others. Hashem leads me as I lead others. Simple practice to reinforce this mindset. Pause and breathe. When fear arises, take a deep breath and exhale slowly. Acknowledge the fear. Silently say, I see you, fear. You are here because I care deeply. Reframe it. Shift the thought. I don't need to know everything. I need to be present, open, and willing to grow. Connect to your purpose. Recall why you started this journey. Visualize even one person being helped by what you share. Step forward anyway. Take one small action, whether it's writing a note, recording a thought, or planning a next step.
Will I lose my personal freedom if I become a leader?
Resistance might also have to do with the ability to set boundaries. Learn to speak your truth in a way that is not confrontational. The fear may be coming from imagining that you will lose your personal time because you feel obligated to always see to the needs of others before your own needs. If leadership has felt like an expectation to be constantly available, no wonder there's resistance. If that is the case, your journey isn't just about overcoming fear, but about leading in a way that honors your boundaries and well-being. Reframing leadership with boundaries. Leadership doesn't mean availability 24/7. True leadership includes modeling self-care and setting limits. You can teach others how to respect your time. By clearly defining when and how you engage, you create a structure that protects your energy. Boundaries make you a stronger guide. When you hold space for yourself, you show others how to do the same in their lives. Practical steps to protect your time. Define your availability. Set clear times for when you're available and when you're not. If you're creating a course, you can structure it so people engage on their own time, reducing pressure on you. Use clear communication. Practice phrases like, "I'd love to help, and I answer questions during these hours. I'm happy to offer guidance, but I also honor my personal time." Release the guilt. Remind yourself, my well-being is just as important as the people I serve. Boundaries aren't selfish. They create sustainability so you can continue giving without burnout. Trusting the value you offer. If you are creating a course, you might have a feeling that the whole thing has to be appreciated by everyone who purchases it, so that they will feel satisfied that they made a good purchase. If you have this fear, consider that just like with food, people will take from your course what they need at the moment, and that's perfectly okay. Some lessons will nourish them deeply, while others might not resonate right away. But that doesn't mean the course isn't valuable. This realization frees you from the pressure of needing every single person to get full satisfaction in a rigid way. Instead, you can trust that those who are meant to receive something from your work will, and the rest is up to them. Here is a short statement for yourself to reinforce this mindset whenever doubts arise. I offer my work with love. Each person will take what they need, and that is enough. Or perhaps you wonder, with so many courses out there, why would someone choose mine? Think of it like restaurants. There are countless options, yet each one has a unique menu, atmosphere, and experience that draws in the right people. Your leadership style is no different. There is at least one person who needs to be guided by you, someone who connects with your voice, your perspective, and your journey. And that one person? They might go on to change the world in a profound way. You are ready. Instead of waiting until you know it all, start leading in the way only you can. Trust that what you have to offer is valuable, because it is. Your voice matters. Your perspective is needed. And your willingness to show up makes a difference. Step forward with confidence, knowing that leadership isn't about having all the answers. It's about having the courage to begin. What's one step you can take today to step into leadership, no matter how small? Write it down, say it out loud, or share it with someone you trust. Then, take action. The world needs your voice. Every soul that comes into the world represents a unique perspective. Each person has within them a divine message that needs to be revealed. What's one belief about leadership you're shifting? And who can you share this insight with? Your words might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. Thank you so much for watching. Your efforts towards personal growth not only elevate your own soul, but they also play a vital role in bringing the world closer to the ultimate redemption. We are all part of this transformative journey, and your dedication makes a meaningful impact. Wishing you continued growth, peace, and blessings. If you enjoyed this presentation, please press the like button. Subscribe to this channel and leave a comment. If you would appreciate more inspiration from me, please consider becoming a supporter via Patreon. You can find the link in the description below.